Hey, what's going on, Longhorn Nation? It's BJ with Bad Talks. Um, Boy, Texas loses a heartbreaker to West Virginia, 42-41 to fall to 6-3 and 4-2 in the Big 12. Well, I tell you what, this one here is a tough pill to swallow. Texas had every chance to win this football game, uh, and just couldn't get it done. This was a team loss, though. As well as I thought the offense played. I mean, they scored 41 points, but we got within in the third quarter. We got in the 5 yard line a couple times and only got 3 points out of it. We got to 4th and 1 in the fourth quarter, and usually Tom Herman's aggressive and goes for it and tries to go ahead and get up by 10 maybe, but he decided to go ahead and kick the field goal and put us to 7. So, I mean, we could have got up by 11, I guess, if we could have went and scored. We were moving the ball, kicked the field goal. Dicker made the field goal to put us up 7. And we all knew at that point West Virginia was going to score. And then, of course, the first thing that come out of my mouth when Devin Duvernay scored that long touchdown there at the end, a little over 2 minutes left in the ball game, we all knew that there was too much time left on the clock. And Coach Herman has said that in his post-game press conference that he knew we scored too fast and just hope that the defense can stop. But, I mean, you never want to say, I don't want to score until 30 seconds left in the game or something like that because, you got to get your points where you can get your points. But, man, Texas had every chance to win this game. Back-to-back losses for Texas now. Start out 6-1, number 6 in the country. This will probably drop us out of the polls, maybe stick around 24, 25. But, we can't control that. All we can control is the rest of the season. At Texas Tech next week. Boy, tough. I'm sorry, I got these guys blowing me up on my phone, of course. Whenever Texas lost, OU fans didn't say a word to me, but as soon as they see their game is under control, they're blowing my phone up now. It's funny how OU fans like to do that, and of course Aggie's been quiet all day, which is cool. It was good to see Auburn come back and win that football game. But OU escaped. I mean, Texas Tech quarterback, true freshman, was throwing the ball all over the field. And Murray had a couple turnovers. Oklahoma was in trouble, absolutely in trouble. But this is not an Oklahoma channel, so we're a YouTube channel, so we're going to talk Texas. Let me start off by saying this before I get too deep in how some guys played or whatever. But and I know this means nothing other than me venting to you fans, and then you fans please vent back if you'd like. But these Big 12 refs they are hot garbage, man. They have to be the worst in the country. Not just Texas-West Virginia game, but even in the Oklahoma-Texas Tech game. Just bonehead, like, what are you talking about type calls. It's almost like they do a pass interference call because they think it should be that time for one or something. I don't know. It's hard to explain. But they were very quick to throw some flags today. And, I mean, 2 defensive lineman holding calls, one on Texas, one against West Virginia. Neither one of them were the right call. I mean, both D linemen were getting double teamed. They were trying to get through their double teams. This game refereeing was atrocious. Those two, the first down that Sam Ehlinger got in the third quarter, they said they lost his helmet before he made it to the line again, so the play was dead at that time. Okay. Then on the other end, Sam dove, and I don't know why Coach Herman didn't try to get a review on that. He got the first down. I mean, as he was going down, he reached the ball out, got the first down, close anyway, but instead we settled for a field goal. So, referees, you were absolutely atrocious. And I'm not blaming this loss on the refs. They were just as bad for West Virginia as they were for Texas. They were just as bad for Oklahoma and just as bad for Texas Tech. What I watched today anyway. I didn't watch any of the Baylor and Oklahoma State game. I didn't watch any of that, but I can only assume that they were bad too. But, it is what it is. It's what we got. Moving on to talk Texas Offense, I guess. Texas did well on offense, I thought. Sam, man, I tell you what, Sam Ehlinger is our quarterback for the future. Just a sophomore, still got his junior, senior year to play. I don't see anybody competing with this kid for any playing time. He was 25 for 36, 54 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, had 52 yards rushing, one touchdown counted for 406 total yards and 4 touchdowns. What else you want from a quarterback? And goose egg on the turnover category. Kid hadn't threw an interception since Maryland, week 1. Unbelievable. I mean, Tua for Alabama just threw his first pick. But Sam threw 2 picks in that game against Maryland. So the kid's playing lights out. He's playing I don't understand why he's not getting national recognition when it comes to his numbers. I mean, the kid is doing this week in and week out, but he's just not getting any recognition. He's being overshadowed by Murray, which he beat on the field head to head. He lost to Will Grier today, but he outplayed Will Grier. Look at the stats. I think Will Grier had 346 passing, 3 touchdowns. So that's very equivalent. I mean, Sam had 8 more yards passing than him. That's not a whole lot, but he had 52 rushing and 1 touchdown. So he outplayed Grier today. He lost, but it wasn't his fault. And some could say, well, it wasn't Murray's fault. Yes, it was. When Texas beat Oklahoma, because he had a fumble on with his back against the end zone, and then in his own end of the field, and then he had first through the interception in the first quarter. So yeah, Sam absolutely outplayed both of them. So right now, to me, Sam's the best quarterback in the Big 12. Y'all can argue and be mad all you want. Don't let those feet of Murray fool you. Yeah, I get it. The kid's fast, but I take Sam Ehlinger any day of the week. The kid's smart with the football. He's tough. He's gritty. He's a good leader. I love Sam Ehlinger as our quarterback, and he's going to be our quarterback for the next couple of years, I hope. Trey Watson had a great game today. Trey Watson, he really did. 80 yards, 14 rushes for 80 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 passing touchdown. Great game today. I like me some Trey Watson, man. He hits the hole super hard. Little Jordan had a great game, had 143 receiving, 1 touchdown. Duvernay had 100 yards receiving, 1 touchdown. First time 2 Texas receivers received over 100 yards in a game since I think Lima Sweet and Jordan Shipley did it or something like that. I can't remember who they said it was, but several years ago. But again, no turnovers for this offense. So that's keeping us in football games. It really is. I mean, the offense is getting it done. The O-line, I mean, we gave up 1 sack today, but the O-line's playing well. They're not the best in the country by any means, but, I mean, they're miles. I mean, Coach Hand come in, they're miles ahead of what they used to be for sure. But, they scored 1 more point. The objective of football is score one more point than your opponent, and we just didn't get it done the last couple of weeks. But I did put a note right here about Sam that this kid will be elite within the next 2 years. He needs to start getting national recognition in my eyes. All right, bad as I hate to, let's move on to the defense. Absolutely atrocious. I mean, every run play it seemed like it was for 8, 10 yards. Every run play is what it felt like. I mean, they had 232 yards rushing, 346 yards passing. I mean, we had some injuries. Bregan Hager's out. Devontae Davis is out. Brandon Jones is out. I mean, that's 3 defensive starters right there. I saw Caden Stearns, B.J. Foster, Anthony Cook played corner. Played well. Those freshmen played well. Or Anthony Cook played well out there. And I thought B.J. Foster played well. Caden Stearns is struggling these last couple games, last 2 or 3 games. It seems like since the fourth quarter, midway through the fourth quarter of the Oklahoma game, after that time, Texas has plummeted on defense, and I don't know what the heck's going on. We can't tackle. P.J. Locke was a couple of times had the back in the backfield, a couple, on swing passes, and just couldn't get it done. And a lot of times today, just watching one time, I haven't got a chance to go back and watch the game a couple of times like I usually do. Linebackers didn't play very well either. Out of place for the second week in a row. A quarterback keeper. It was a scramble today, but still, quarterback beats us with his feet when there's no way in hell this quarterback should beat us with his feet. I mean, all he did was took one step on the inside, and Anthony Wheeler hauled butt that way like he was going to go, and then broke it back out left, and easy touchdown for Will Grier. And West Virginia, you're a bunch of pansies, dude. All y'all do is y'all have to be the worst in the world about the horns are down. That's stupid. Like every one of them throwing horns down, throwing horns down. Have won nothing in your program ever. Nothing in your absolutely nothing in your football program. And you, for some reason, think that's cool to run and throw double horns down and all that. That's probably why Caden Stearns, after the game, slapped one of y'all. It looked like it. He was scuffling with somebody there after the game. It doesn't seem like we take losses very well. Another big deal with our defense, we've gotten 0 turnovers in 3 games now. I think that's the stat. I heard them talk about it earlier. Unless they misspoke, then that means I'm misspeaking. But we got to get turnovers. I mean, we can't go week in and week out without getting any turnovers, especially when we're not giving up any. I mean, it's easy to win the turnover battle. Get one fumble. Get one interception. That's winning the turnover battle because we just don't turn the football over. But defense didn't play very well. Todd Orlando, a lot of people calling for this guy on Twitter and all that, which I think's absolutely ridiculously stupid. Someone on Twitter said that this is Vance Bedford equals Todd Orlando, which is probably the dumbest tweet of the day. I didn't tell him that. I wanted to. Kept my composure. I think that's dumb. We're struggling right now, man. I mean, if we can put it together and play our defense that we played in the first half of the year and then play our offense that we're playing now, man, we'd be deadly. We could beat anybody in the country except for Alabama. There ain't nobody beating them boys. But we can beat anybody in the country. But we don't. We have a lot of athletes on defense. I mean, I could name them off. I mean, Amenahu, I've never been a big fan of Amenahu. I love Amenahu like the person he is, but I never thought he was that good. He's slow. His first step is slow as could be. He's real heavy on his feet. I bet he's got 8 sacks, or he's leading in the country, one of the top 5 or something like that in the country now, whatever it is. He's getting it done. Nelson's big inside of there. I mean, Gary Johnson's one of the fastest guys we got on defense. Chris Boyd's this hyped up dude that everybody talks about, which I thought Chris Boyd played very well today. That dude, he was trying to prove something today, and you did. And then Manny Acho got on ESPN tonight, and today, Chris Boyd, salute, man, you did a good job. But I don't know, man. That defense is struggling. We got a bunch of single athletes, Caden Stearns, Brandon Jones. I mean, all these guys are good. They're just not playing good together. And that's just not going to work. You got to play good together. I mean, I watched some of Michigan's defense today, and those guys are in sync. And I watched them live against Notre Dame, the first game of the year to lose. They play Notre Dame right now. They beat the brakes off of them because Michigan is getting it done on defense, number 1 defense in the country. But I wrote right here, man, we got to win out. Right now, if Oklahoma would have lost this game tonight, there would have been 4 teams or 5 teams, a 3-way tie, second place. But they didn't. So right now, we're sitting in 3rd place in the Big 12. It's not over. I'm telling you guys, the Big 12 is not over. All right. Something's going to happen. West Virginia, I looked at their schedule earlier, but I didn't forget. I know they got Oklahoma State left, TCU, and then Oklahoma to end the season in West Virginia at night. So that's in our favor. If Texas wins out and West Virginia beats Oklahoma, we're in. I want another shot at West Virginia. Now, this is what would hurt. If Texas wins out, Oklahoma plays West Virginia and beats West Virginia, West Virginia has 2 losses in the Big 12. But they, have the victory over us. So the only thing that could really happen good for us is we went out and West Virginia went out. That's the only way we're getting in. We got some tough ones left. So this next week, we go into Lubbock. I'm not sure what the time is. I hope it's not. I don't think it's been out yet. I hope it's not a night game. We won't get as lucky as OU, though. Their quarterback will come back this week, and he'll throw career numbers against Texas next week. We see this every damn year. We make everybody look like Heisman Trophy candidates. So mark my words, at 15 minutes on, was it the 3rd of November, their quarterback will come back next week, ready to go. We'll light it up, probably put up 45 points on Texas. And because that's what we do. For some reason, my Cowboys do the same thing. It's like everybody has career games against my teams. I don't know what it is. But OU dodged that bullet because that kid was doing well tonight. Again, he'll probably come back. If there's other kids in the game, Texas wins easily. I won't say easily, but Texas will win next week by 7 or 10 points. If not, if this freshman plays, and if it's a day game, I'm going to give Texas a chance. If it's a night game, I'm picking Texas Tech to win. That's all there is to it. I don't think we can stop anybody, let alone stop Texas Tech with their quarterback. So, all right, I'm rambling now, guys. It's a frustrating loss, but what can you do, man? You just got to take it on the chin. Again, we're sitting 6-3. We talked about being 6-3 at the first of the year. We'd be okay with it at this point. Let's finish out, 9-3, 10-3, whatever we can do, and get to a bowl game. And people already jumping off the bandwagon like we always do after a loss. But I really think Texas is in the upward spiral instead of a downward spiral like we were with Charlie Strong. Keep your heads up, guys. It's a tough loss, but hey, time to go back to work for these guys. And I appreciate you tuning in. If you like what you hear, hit the thumbs up for me, man. I really appreciate it if you do that. If you don't like it, and if you do hit a thumbs down, just give me a quick brief why, man. I mean, that'd be great. Shoot me some messages. I like to talk back and forth to you guys about Texas Longhorns. Share the video. Share it with your friends. Get them to subscribe for me. Hit me up on Twitter, at Brian Jalomo, BrianJalomo. Let's talk some Texas football. All right, guys. Once again, Texas loses a heartbreaker, 42-41 to West Virginia. They're leading the Big 12 right now. All right. You have a good night. Hook 'em.